Hi, everybody. Wednesday Night Phoenix has risen from the ashes for when the last time that we did Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, which was like 3 weeks ago, because I've been to like 2 different states in a matter of a month, and then I finally got back last week, and then I was getting GI infections, so I was like, I can't do Phoenix Wright, I can't do voice, stomach is going to make me go to the bathroom. So now we're finally back. We're going to be doing double the Phoenix, double the fun. So we got Wednesday Night Phoenix, and then we have Friday Night Phoenix in 2 days. So you're getting a healthy dose of both wings of this bird. So let's get going. Last time we left off, we were at Tender Lender, and we, which is the place of the phony Phoenix, who looks like a Jersey Shore wannabe, and some creepy woman who just cackles and serves us deadly desserts.
Dude, I didn't even get to see the phony Phoenix. My neighbor came up when that happened.
Well, you'll get to see him eventually. He pops up again.
Yep.
Is he the one that looks like Tony the Tiger?
Yes.
Yes.
They're great!
Fuck off, Tony.
Alright, here we go. So, yeah, Tony the Tiger just left, and now we're left with a creepy dessert woman. Oh, yeah, by the way, Tony the Tiger has a Ric Flair coat in the background, which is kind of fucked up, but anyway. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A constant rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
Bro.
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
I feel violated.
Hey, Nick. Things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they?
Shout out, Maya.
I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters.
Oh my god.
Why don't you take out a loan?
This is foreshadowing, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Did someone say coffee? It better not be. I'll tell you one thing, it's gonna suck more than my Goto blend. I perfected each blend, and I got hundreds of it.
Mr. Dodo,
Oh,
get out of the store. We need to get back to trial.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
Yeah, but Maya, she's talking about death. You're talking about giving us the runs.
Oh, so you gotta put laxatives in there?
Yes.
Damn.
Well, hey, I mean, if you haven't gone...
About laxatives,
I mean, listen, if you haven't gone in a while, that might actually be a benefit.
Hey! Don't remind me.
So,
I'm dealing with the bloody, you know what?
What are you saying, Joe? That Phoenix is full of shit?
probably. I mean, I don't know if he's constipated. I don't know if he needs a stool softener or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, if he had the strong coffee, I think it might actually help him with his digestive tract.
Quit talking about shit. Nobody cares, guys.
Well, actually, there's this thing. I mean, this is gut health. Gut health is important. If you don't go every day, there's actually something wrong with your stomach.
Help with headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mooney, you know Joey loves to give a little lesson here and there.
Of course. So, do we know about the incident we're investigating? Or do you know? Sorry, not do we know. Do you know?
What incident?
I love how she's looking like Wednesday
A
Addams.
man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident.
Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Oh my god!
Porfirio Tigre.
Hey, listen, I follow exactly what goes down at Jersey Shore. Gym, tan, and laundry.
Uriel?
Tigre?
He's a furry!
So that's where the tiger thing comes from.
Dennis got his real name, Nick! Hurry up and find out more about him!
Alright, let's see what his profile said. Oh, I got to go this side. The head of the tender lever. Okay, so nothing too extraneous. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre?
Why does he look like a Oompa Loompa? For starters.
Oompa loompa doopa dee doo.
Joe's got another puzzle for you.
I was gonna say ass kicking, but anyway.
Sure?
How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
Oh gosh, you put pubic hair in it. Run!
Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya.
Yeah, Maya.
No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
What?
Oh god, I'd hate to see that porno. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
That's horrifying to think about it.
Look, it's Wednesday Addams fucking a furry, okay?
Oh gosh, I spoke too soon.
And
Oh my god.
I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please, address him properly. As Don Tigre, otherwise I'll have to.
Oh, he's a Don now, so what? Is he gonna have like a group of men just follow him around while he tries to take out the boss?
Oh, Don Coyote?
Does he have a stand? Okay, Don Tigre, of course, I'm
I
sorry.
have the tiger.
Yep, there you go, that's the stand name.
No, the stand name is the Frosted Flake.
Nah, no, the stand names are music references. He saved your life? I sure like to know how that happened.
Yep, they are.
Oh, no, we're not going there.
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died. Once.
What? You died?
About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything.
Everything?
Everything.
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy.
No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still
Isn't that
want.
the same thing.
Well, espresso is a little tougher than coffee is. So they're both caffeine, but espresso is just a lot stronger. Not as strong as Cuban, but
Like comparing a square to a rectangle.
yeah,
You
pretty
can
much.
tell that I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you for that because coffee is like a stimulant, and a lot of people can't handle stimulants. Anyway,
Well, I grew up asthmatic, and that helps you open up the bronchial tubes as a bait as when I was a kid. So I had to drink some of it, and I've hated it since.
yeah, because there are better options,
I mean,
but
I've
again,
never-
what'd you say, Mooney?
I've got like iced coffee. I was just saying, I'm more of an iced coffee kind of girly. That's why I like to buy my local stores ones. And it's very rare that I drink coffee either.
Yeah, like the
I
only
just don't like the taste.
yeah, it depends.
I use it just to wake up. But
I still wonder about what's in her coffee.
Rest.
So
The blood of the innocents.
So is that why you got that bandage around your head?
This
Oh, you should never ask a woman.
So what's the story with the bandage?
they put it on after the operation.
Yeah, we can see her brain.
Operation?
Yes, I would like to play.
Just a little injury. A little fatal injury.
For fatal injury?
Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? I didn't do it.
Oh,
God
four
damn.
of them! Four of them! Four! Ha ha ha!
In Japan, this would be
Okay,
unlucky.
Death.
Well, I mean, she did die once, so.
She really creeps me out, Nick.
Same here. But we gotta find out the truth. Well, we can't right now, so let...
The blood.
He said I had to go through 3 deaths.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to
3
make the
deaths.
reference.
3 deaths.
Yeah.
Ah, his scooter's still
Firefly
here. Yeah, I know.
reference.
There he is. Old CD's back, feeding the pigeons again.
Here, take this! And this! And get out of my park!
Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
You
What?
goddamn
Why?
pigeons!
Oh, man.
What are you doing, Maya?
Huh? Ha!
Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
The pigeons! Ha!
Look, really need to talk to you, all right?
I'm in a...
Ow! 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 Please! Help! But there's space! Oh.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya.
I didn't say it!
I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Everybody be talking about that! Oh, you whippersnapper! A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the servant girl's backside.
Yes, I mean we all pretty much know you like solid waste factories, sir.
He can't remember her face! A filthy, deprived animal!
Not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say! I saw that waitress put it in!
Whoa, phrasing.
She put some white powder into the young lady's javocado!
We
Okay, never
hear
mind. I'm
you.
a pervert.
And another thing! The young whereabouts was wearing an earpiece! On the same side of the lens of his broken spectacles! Why the hell did I have to yell?
We're really sorry.
Because he's just an old man that's angry.
His pride has been diminished.
Old man yells at clouds.
So,
Yep.
made a little mistake about the face. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudolf, the red-nosed reindeer.
Don't tell me to take it easy. You spank your hair, Brad. Take this and that and this.
I am unaffected by your seeds. It is not very effective.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
Ah, the modern world casts honest craftsmen like this aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the Shogun. Do you hear me? I didn't become an importer. I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
To stick my face in that dribbly old chuck's nose.
What is this, JoJo? What is he, whole horse?
Scream right down. And I want to scream right down his ear hole. Ah, Jack Shaw!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
Oh, that would have been interesting. Victor Kudo, ace attorney. Instead of objection, he would yell, bullshit!
Like
I don't think that's...
or the Tourette's guy?
Yes. I heard your testimony, and it made me feel like a piece of shit! Anyway.
Oh,
You are a piece of shit!
You're, Mr. Kudo, you can't put that evidence in trial. I pissed! Alright, Mr. Kudo, you're holding contempt of court. Oh, fuck you! Anyway.
Hey, fuck you, you're cool.
James Rolfe to shame.
Listen. My friend and I came up with Tourette's guy ace attorney, and like James Rolfe was his first client. So, and then like Nostalgia Critic, and Nostalgia Critic was like the prosecutor. This was like way back in like late 2000s when it was still cool to talk about those guys. Anyway. I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
Get to sobbing straight inside and it's ready to burst.
Now you know why I gave you this character circus.
Just to hear my voice get destroyed.
Nope. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do?
Because I can handle this motherfucker.
Guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then?
Of course not, you idiot! I'm good. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Are you finished with those errands?
Aaron?
One takes the finish of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad.
Okay,
Feed the
Ralph,
pigeons, old man. What am I? Some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well,
Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? What do people say what they mean by get lost? That's what they're trying to say.
Ow!
Oh, yes. I'm just an inconvenience, you see? At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Dude! The day that brat was poisoned!
You probably don't want to yell in your mic too much, Circus. What?
I'm just holding it. I'm holding it.
You're like a tsunami and it's about to explode, right?
That could be a
Dude,
different thing.
stop talking about my penis, young man!
Hey, those are your words, not mine. It's pretty cringe, old man. So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy! Because I tell you what I was asked to do! All of a sudden, a young lad slumped over the table! The server girl collapsed! What a nice pair of
Oh
legs.
god, I knew you were gonna bring up her legs. I knew you were. I just had a feeling that those legs were gonna come up.
He broke that face! It all happened so fast! I was in a bit of a daze, you see, and yes, I love those sexy legs.
Mm,
Somebody's hungry for KFC.
Oh yes, their finger looking good! The owner shouted over at me!
to me.
Excusez-moi! You call the police! Call... Oh.
Call them yourself! I should have said bat, but I didn't think of it at the time. And put your goddamn shirt on, will ya?
I thought that they wearing a shirt.
So, did you end up calling the police? So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I'm a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
You know, taking me jigs. Went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You were looking for one?
Couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandering around about 4 or 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened,
Yes, sir. The young trip in his own.
why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Damn.
I'd have if you'd given me a chance. But you bullied me out of the courtroom. Here, take that. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You have certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say. Oh, yeah, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Now that's talent, bitches. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police?
What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that woman, I mean that man, alone in the restaurant. I'm already wearing a shirt. What, do you not like my big bulgy muscles?
It looks like his nipples are showing.
Well, hey, if you like that, I could show more. I have double nipples.
Oh my god!
It looks like he's naked!
I mean, that's the point. I am French. I am a sexy man.
No, you're not.
Mr. Kudo...
You jerk!
Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Ah!
Go ahead and say that in a way as usual. Suppose I had been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay, this is the last time you probably have to talk as this guy.
Oh?
Unless it comes up in like unless he comes back in unless he comes back in a flashback.
Dude, I don't trust you.
I genuinely don't remember. He might come back in a flashback, so be prepared.
January 7th, Nora's birthday.
Look at Mr. Armstrong's out again.
But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me.
We're talking about an incompetent chef.
Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone.
Missing when we need to talk to him the most.
Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose?
Hi, Doug.
Finally, it's been 3 weeks. Where the fuck have you guys been?
Oh, Mr. Wright.
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
What, they have internet in prison?
Huh?
We're just scared. It was pretty tough to go in there. It was a pretty...
Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
Phrasing.
Like, sweetheart!
Like, he's a fucking tsunami right now. He's about to burst. I wouldn't say that, Maggie. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. I thought you weren't gonna do the voice anymore. I thought you were done. Miss, I don't want to do the voice anymore because it hurts my voice, but here I go, I'm going to do it again.
Shut up, Joe. I'm a voice actress. I'm trying to make things funny for the audience.
And you're sacrificing your voice because of it.
Dude, it's called art.
Huh?
Yes,
what
it
do
is.
you mean?
Well, let's explain art to Maya. Shall we, Circus?
Everyone else's
Hey, I was
testimonies
just
don't
doing
match up either.
the
Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway.
Is it possible she is the one misremembering things?
Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember?
Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup?
So you really think that it was this disappearing man that did it?
Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well.
Maybe it could be the fucking Wednesday Addams chick that pretended to be the fucking waitress.
You know. the CD with the writing on it.
That's an interesting theory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. The mixed screwdriver album, right?
So that's what Ronald McDonald's calling his new rap career.
Well, it's actually MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
And they never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too.
Ouch. My head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
Why you have to make things so complicated?
God damn it.
Wait, I can't sing anymore. I can't sing. Shit.
we're cooked, Circus. We are cooked.
Fucking copyright system.
Well, hey, if they've gone after Google, if the federal government can go after Google, they're going to go after YouTube and Next.
We are cooked.
Google is owned by freaking YouTube is owned by Google.
Well, that's even better then. You said that you passed out when the victim Glenn Elg collapsed, right? I forgot to mention this too. Glenn Elg is a palindrome. If you spell it, yeah, if you notice, like, it's a palindrome. So if you focus on the G at the end of the name and you go to the other G, it actually spells the same backwards and forwards. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with the police.
Sweetie, no!
And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations.
No idea at all why. Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased it out of the picture? What do you mean?
Old Speedy wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
Yes.
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds.
What? Oh.
Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The thing that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about Old Speedy.
Are we going to trial on this?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man.
He's not really that bad of an old man, though.
You love me!
I feel a bit uneasy.
Huh? I thought you said you felt much better.
Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger. I'll spill it all and see what you make of it.
Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite...
Doesn't quite what?
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there's another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say. It was an old man.
Okay then. How about calling him a really old middle-aged man?
My God, Maya.
No, age isn't the issue.
She's not trying to be... She's trying not to be ageist.
The other customer was a woman.
A woman?
Dun dun dun.
Are you sure, Maggie?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
So, what does this woman look like?
Wednesday Adams.
She was sort of creepy.
Ooh.
And she had a kind of cackling laugh.
Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. Oh. Creepy?
Oh,
Cackling?
he was supposed to be dead.
Yeah, weird.
I'll smash it with a hammer. Oh, sorry. Why do I get the feeling of...
She said...
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Alright, let's not forget. Oh yeah, I've got something you're going to love.
Really? What is it?
A lunchbox, just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright?
Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you?
Detective Gumshoe.
He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too.
I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules. They lock you up if you break them.
Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies.
Whoa! Damn!
Dude, she was so ready to accept it from fucking Phoenix, and then she heard out it was Gumshoe. Then
She
bam,
could've
no.
What is
walked away.
I think if she would have said, I hate dicks, I think it would have been a lot more, I think the message would have been a lot more clear.
Yeah.
Oh, really? She could be
Well,
closeted.
here's Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright.
But
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste.
I guess so.
Gumshoe's lunchbox, eaten with Maya.
Well, how was it?
That hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh
Of
my
course you do,
God.
Wright. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir.
Yeah, we all know how much you love the dick.
Well, I mean, I had edgies for a while, but then it turned out to be... It turned out being the chemical waste raw that it was.
Oh shit. So, which side of the basketball court are you on, Nick?
No comment.
He's in
Oh,
between.
Regular and shiny.
Okay, the live action with those fuckers.
The main server just went up in smoke!
Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already.
Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief!
But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing a switch. No, just when Sung Young Guy was about to confess to his son's Hunt to Trot girlfriend.
What?
What? Wow, this place is really buzzing.
Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe!
You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus! A virus!
A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
But I really need to ask you some questions.
Alright, who downloaded Bonzi Buddy? And who decided to download one of those fish wallpapers?
Dude, it wasn't Bonsai Buddy. It was all that internet porn.
Yeah, I was wondering, who downloaded porn onto the computer, bro?
Hut.
What?
Desktop stripper.
Well, this is
Or
This was
one of the
my-
Vine bosses.
well, this was during the time of LimeWire, so somebody downloaded a virus through LimeWire.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes.
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
What?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see.
Tender lenders considered to be even fishier than even the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady?
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
We better find out what the story is with this lady.
So, what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
Really?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you?
A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey,
Yeah,
that sounds pretty
right
cool.
now.
Agreed, Dr. Wright. Oh god, why are you Dr. Mario right now?
Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you.
Are we into the Dr. Mario logic here?
A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So it goes inside and boom, right?
Imagine all the case data you got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Whoa, that's scary.
Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious.
Infection?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network, so the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's.
What? That's horrible!
Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godo so he catches a cold.
Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick.
Special Flake says, well, actually, it could mine bitcoins and make the PC run so hot it melts. That happened to me. Jesus.
Play.
You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong.
Who? What? Where? When did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before, too. Detective Gumshoe, about this.
What?
I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and this virus right now, so I...
This is it! This stupid name, I remember now!
I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD? That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please?
What the fuck?
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer and every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
Oh god. All this stuff with criminals and viruses. I almost feel like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much?
That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruto? Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this quote-unquote family.
Damn.
I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in,
they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
The black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it?
Sure. No one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one.
Interesting.
So, Viola's the granddaughter of the mafia boss?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So, How did she end up at Tender Lender?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Letter are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
Ah! I can't believe it! I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
Lunchbox.
Oh. You remember the weenies?
I hate weenies.
Oh, yeah. Those weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Huh? Well, it was delicious.
Yeah? That's what she said? Really?
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean?
What?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this? This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one.
I could just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Please again, Nick. Don't tell me we have to eat all these too. Jesus, Piss is a wet cat, bro.
Take it to a fucking homeless guy.
I really can't eat anymore. Too stinted.
So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in?
I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service.
What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's troubles have something to do with this?
God, it's taken such a long time.
We have a lot of evidence.
What is that?
A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones.
With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center.
Excuse me.
You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell?
But what is the relevance of these tickets?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time.
The Special Flake says, good luck in this game and have fun, you guys. Thanks, Special Flake. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets.
Thank you.
Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own.
You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps?
No. You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. Your good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any.
But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000.
Yeah, but...
It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it?
Well, he
It's
got
true.
one.
It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Furio Tigre, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender.
Tender lender. People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Like you're one to talk. Well,
To talk.
what do you think?
Damn.
Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money.
No. I mean about Mr. Elg.
You think Glenn had something to do with this Frio Tigre?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't know of any connection between the two of them.
Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt.
No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000? Ouch.
Damn.
But I heard he won the lottery, though he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this isn't easy to say, but... He said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents?
I suspect he was talking about programming.
What computer program is worth $100,000?
Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work.
I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber.
No.
Damn, she knew.
Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer. But it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to pay. So... He said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky.
Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations.
Where do you come up with these ideas?
I mean, hey, that's tame compared to where my thoughts went.
Well, I don't usually hire men, but for you, Glenn Elg, I make an exception.
So what?
You go shirtless, and then you spread your wings like a peacock. We put feathers on your head instead of that beanie.
Oh my god. No. Are you gonna have... Oh, no, I can't unsee. Joey, kill me.
Whoa, 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 Mooney. Save that for after the show. So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus. Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course. But still genius. Something like this would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable! Gumshoe was right for a change.
Damn!
This
Don't tell
date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts.
I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Glenn Elk's losing horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor.
Use the trash can, Nick!
Trash can? What is trash can?
There is a perfectly good recycling bin right over
Up too bad, I can't buy.
you monster.
You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis.
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why.
Oh, I was saying it wrong. Whoops.
I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you?
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much.
Excuse me.
Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get my laundry.
They ran away.
Oh, Self, did you disappear too? Oh.
Or so I heard.
Wow, there was like a moment where you like just delayed for like
That
3
line go through,
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It was just like 3-second
Oh, no,
delay
I'm
and then you
here.
were back.
They
Oh, I heard it. Ran away.
hold on, let me try that again. They ran away, or so I heard. If they'd stayed, I'd have. Get off
Is it
my
possible?
desk.
Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't a Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he?
It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadavarini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadavarini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Virio Tigre. The Cadavarinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they?
It's possible. Perhaps. Somewhere inside of me, I know that may be true.
I knew it.
But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadavarini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation costs, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadavarini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million. Oh. Four months ago, I was in that traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure.
Oh, I guess she's not back yet.
Not back yet.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, hi.
Oh, I just got back. Oh, really?
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million.
Damn. A million.
My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true.
Wow. I'm so sorry.
What he did to get the money, it was evil. He said it was all for me. So I helped him.
You helped him? In what way?
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable: poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Oh, we're gonna just throw the repair bill in the trash.
I'm starting to milk pearls.
She'll be back.
No! 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 Not them! No! PTSD! PTSD! PTSD!
And bonjour!
PTSD?
More PTSD!
I've been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong.
Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
It says it!
Who you calling Zenny Ope? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? Yous want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now. Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Yous wanna know what's sad?
That's fucking rude.
I'll tells yous what's sad, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that? Two. Oui. Mr. Armstrong, forgive me. Désolé, I cannot argue with him. That really hurt.
Wow, he's getting his ass kicked!
Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait! Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Hold it, pal!
Gumshoe!
Detective Gumshoe? Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But, go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Max, don't leave me behind!
But she's still under the table.
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tenderlender is going down. Alright, copy, you ready for some Greco-Roman wrestling? Oh, I was born ready, pal. That was my high school specialty. Well, actually, Jerry Springer didn't do Greco-Roman wrestling.
I don't care. We're getting a fight on.
Actually, no, Greco-Roman wrestling is pretty boring because it's just like naked guys just holding each other. Yeah, that's what it was. That's how the Greeks wrestled back when the Olympics were first going on. They just like got naked and they just wrestled.
I remember that.
And then they were like, "No, we need to add clothes because it's too demeaning."
I don't give a shit. I want to see some naked guys.
Of course you do.
Hi, Doug.
Oh no, that's Strong Bad and Homestar.
I don't care.
They're still wondering about their poker game, by the way. There's
course.
been multiple women like
the inventory.
the lesbian Jessica Rabbit didn't want to do it, and now Maggie doesn't want to do it, so they're stuck.
No, I'm saying hi to Doug off screen. He's like on the other side of the courtroom.
No, he's at the detention center.
Bruh.
Nah.
You think everybody's judging you, Sergey.
Everybody,
Good. Oh,
everybody just looks like Doug. We love Doug here.
good morning, Mr. Wright.
Not the Disney version.
Good morning, Maggie.
So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Damn. Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes, sir.
Oh, shit.
No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Excuse me.
Why don't I believe you?
That was determination.
It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat.
Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
Don't let me down. Don't let
Hey, pal! Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help.
What? Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is the small bottle that turned up in Trey Bien's kitchen a couple of days ago.
Wow! Look at all of these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
We finally got the analysis results back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it a poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
Medication? That must be the medication for that guy's ear.
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elk was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elk's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Oh, you know, like I use it for my French dishes. It's a little bit of, what I would call a, spice.
This, folks, is why his restaurant is failing.
Hey, listen,
Another cockroach in the kitchen.
I get all of my medical advice from, Jamie Oliver and Gordon Ramsay. The egg fried rice recipes are supposed to be good. Chili jam and an egg fried rice, you got it. Anyway.
That sounds like a food crime, brother.
What about the identified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... that's gonna weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it?
I don't want to get pregnant.
Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. And then I'm gonna go get myself pregnant.
But what? The spaghetti monster baby?
No, I was thinking more of Edgeworth's DNA.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor.
Mr. Goldo? Very good. Then, we'll get underway at once. Yesterday, we heard testimony from Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to witness the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness testimony was plagued with a number of problems. I am aware I fucked that up.
The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand, but according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand.
Thank you, Mr. Goldo. Furthermore, according to the witness account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was erupted, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Ha! Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor.
This music. Oh, how I miss this music.
Porn music!
The world... The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it.
You lost.
Night?
You lost me already, Mr. Goldup.
Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only-
reading his fortune cookie.
Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules.
On the side, he just writes fucking fortune cookie stuff. Are you implying that you've solved the contradictions?
Still the judge.
You know the... I know, I was about to read. Thank you. You know the answers to these riddles.
The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today, I'll prove it.
Damn, these cicadas are loud!
Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. God help us.
God help us. Jump scare!
And you are?
Oh, bonjour, everyone! I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of La Tribulations restaurant. Enchanté!
Brother with fire! Forgive me for asking witness, but are you a woman?
Oh la la, monsieur! As you can see, I'm a pert and perky gentleman, no? Let me just say that this character has some issues with some people.
So basically,
Very
I'm a bigot. My character.
I think most people, when they look at John, they probably get that reaction. But, yeah, let's just say that this was 2004 dialogue.
I hate French people. There.
Okay, it's practically, and I'm just saying, they're probably saying it's kind of like fruitier than a fruit bowl.
Look, and I know French people, and they're like, "Oh, you call me a piece of shit?" Well, that's true. You can call me that. French people don't give a shit what people call them. So, you're saying you hate French people? It's like, well, good. We don't give a shit. On the day of the incident, you were in the Tribulations kitchen. Isn't that right? With you, monsieur. Everything feels right.
What a fruit salad this guy is!
Huh. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Oh, there's always a first time for anything, right, Mr. Goldo? What makes you think this is my first time?
Oh!
Okay, this ain't his guy's first rodeo. Okay.
Erotic moment.
Actually, I stole that.
Godo's first rodeo with this, I guess.
I stole that from Skyfall, by the way, the James Bond movie, because that happened.
Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. God, where the hell's my fucking mushrooms? Please tell the court what's happened that day at. Was this Tribulation?
We volunteers.
Actually, I was trying to make that up for comedic effect, like the judge couldn't read it. Because he's like that old.
I'm dead ass confused.
When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with the new art decors that day. Like having a large mirror between our tables, for example. Perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. He would have everything in reverse, no?
Damn it, Aaron, you're from Nebraska, not fucking French. Stop acting like a fucking asshole.
Mirror? Oui, a grand mirror. La most enormous mirror.
Oh my god, that butt! That butt!
Dude.
Oh, wait till you see the anime. He twerks in it every single time he gets.
I can't wait for you to show me that.
No!
Well, thankfully I still have Crunchyroll, so
Yeah.
I don't have the dub though, so you'll have to just stick with the original translation.
That means the brain bleeds.
And
Are you
suddenly,
gonna subject me to the live action?
no. And
Okay.
suddenly the mystery disappears.
Yeah, we all saw his ass finally.
Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it.
This guy's watched too much Days of Our Lives.
Probably.
That would explain the cup of coffee and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front.
What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. And I think my mushrooms kicked in.
And who are the 2 customers exactly? May, of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man.
You know what? This guy would be a perfect, Cupid.
Oh, no. No. No!
Happy Valentine's Day!
I'm already triggered. I'm already having a panic attack because I can't even unsee it. No, don't give him the cherub wings. Don't.
Oh gosh, speaking of Cupid, have you guys seen how they changed him in Fairly Odd Parents?
No.
The reboot thing isn't even that bad. They fixed a lot of problems with the show.
Well, we could talk about that after the show's over.
Right.
You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume.
What about
It's not that bad. Calm down.
What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence.
Maya.
Oh.
I'm still
Moody
on that
got-
damn screen. I know. We need
Moody.
some-
Sorry, I was about to.
Don't we? I was waiting for the screen. I was lagging on my end.
I was about to say you have some PTSD from what I just said.
I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I've never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur? Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago.
Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong, or whatever the hell your name is. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of deco... Help? Help with the word?
Decoction? I don't know the name of it.
Me neither!
No, Art Deco. It's a style of design. Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing.
Ah, yes, of course, the deco.
I was trying to achieve a more a la feminine look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of la decor. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Oh, something about 4 meters wide and, about 2 meters high. Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard. Holy, glass in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Man, no, but I decided not to go with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? He couldn't lie about such a... He couldn't lie about such a huge object like that. It must have been there in the restaurant somewhere.
If this guy worried about his cooking skills, this fucking restaurant would be in so much trouble.
Right.
So the witness yesterday has seen the victim reflected in the mirror.
Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, Trite? Ah! Not the hair!
I do not have a top knot.
Mr. Goldot is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument.
Bien, logic as wonder day! Everything?
Still pissed about the top knot and stuff.
He would have seen everything in reverse? Wee!
Hey, Nick. We should take a second and think about what old CD said in his testimony.
How did he phrase it again?
God damn you. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the safe side of the lens of his spell! No question! You can lock me up if I'm wrong! It was his left ear without a doubt!
You know, you don't have to yell his entire lines.
What
Could save your voice.
This is how he talks! This is how I imagine he talks! And then, he used the same hand to pick up the cup! His left hand! Dude,
He saw everything described reflected in a mirror.
Dude, I just imagine that guy's so senile that he doesn't even
Then
know the
everything he
fucking
said he saw on the left was actually on his right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We've just gotta dig deeper.
You don't want to dig deeper in that pit hole of his brain.
I'm already down a rabbit hole. What are you talking about?
The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs!
Pardon me for taking off my mic. My phone's at 14%.
Okay! No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong! It was his left ear without a doubt!
So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactamente! You see, monsieur? Now that you think about it, it is not so hard, no? Unfortunately,
This thing to be our guess.
that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head?
That butt. Order! Order,
Hey,
Mr. Wright is correct!
Why are you admiring his cake right now, Circus?
Damn, I can't help it, he's just sticking out there!
For somebody that gives us jump scares, you sure have a thing for his cake.
If the witness generally observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's earpiece to have been over his right eye.
How bitter. Wright, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different?
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks.
You remember this, I presume.
The I broke the vase, sorry, apology, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony?
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg?
Really, the victim's eyepiece. And I almost went into the wrong voice.
And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man.
I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear.
I don't sound like that!
Huh. Well, Trite?
That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever.
Never said that!
Wow, I really thought he was
Old CD for a minute there. Goto's good.
Enough! I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in that much of his testimony.
bad luck, Nick.
Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found was just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant. Hello, is everything sitting comfortably? Good, then I'll begin. La Mira, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was la seat at the table next to la victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved la mirror so there was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table to the victim, Mr. Kudos could have seen the victim in the mirror.
What a naughty little croquette I am, confusing all the men like these.
Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
Ugh, I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Volunteers! Of course!
Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? We? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way.
Look who's talking, Trite.
Huh?
You're obstructing my view, among other things.
But this is my seat in the courtroom.
Their Trabian's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Trite.
I tell you, monsieur, la mirror was there in the middle of the restaurant. And where would that be? Oh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
No!
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. Jesus fucking
Hold on.
Christ.
How old is he? Oh, he's 39, and Phoenix is 26. I attract the older ones too, you know, handsome. Shall I tease you too?
Nah. Now today the judge has questioned everything about his sexuality.
I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time.
Ooh, I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume.
Bien, I will tell you. There was only one seat from which you could have seen. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Man, monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you would understand. La victim would have been reflected in la mirror like so. If you were sitting at la table next to him, you would see everything, no?
So that's the seat old Seedy was sitting in on that day. When the poisoning happened.
The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kinda odd? Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oui, exactement. I carried it out of the restaurant then. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself? What can I say? I know how to pick things up, handsome.
Picks things up and puts them down.
Oh god. Go actually laugh at something!
Well, given the witness physique, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong?
I look like the obliging type, no?
Hey!
No.
Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except la mirror.
Mr. Wright, is there something something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene?
Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly.
Huh. Suffering from a case of heartburn, right?
Oh, I have just this thing for that. An oil with golden myrrh and frankincense.
Add a few drops to your coffee, and voila. Enjoy.
Focus, Phoenix. Breathe. I need to ignore those two and just find some evidence.
It is pretty strange, though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Feedy.
Then the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Tribulations that day. Now I've just got to prove it, somehow.
You know what's bad? I just thought it was Friday just now when I know for a fact it's Wednesday.
No,
One of those.
you wanted this.
I know, because we haven't had Phoenix in a while.
This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
The crime scene photo?
Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Should not exist. Huh. Sounds like you're describing yourself, Trite.
Whoa.
That's fucking rude.
Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement.
Hello, I'd like to report a murder.
Wee.
I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture.
The vase? What possibly connection does this have to have with the witness testimony?
Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence.
No, baby boy.
Hi, Elliot.
Just trying to get up on my desk.
Hi, Els.
There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not in fact sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from.
Exactly. There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tribulations that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu!
Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene.
Unfortunately, Mr. Godo, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
I did not touch it. I did not.
Okay, Tommy Wiseau.
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself that you did not hit that?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In the light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in the ear in which he couldn't hear?
Ha! You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. This case is riddled with contradictions, yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what's that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake.
He just literally fucking drunk something to spit it out. Jesus.
You literally just set up a spit take.
Order! Order in the court! Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom!
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh?
Ooh,
You
someone's asking
say-
you.
Oh, damn!
Trite, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning, all for the express purpose of creating a quote-unquote witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo. Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was...
The servant girl ate avocado, but she put something in it! That servant girl right there in the defendant's chair! I remember her well! It's so hard to believe, but...
There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show, quote-unquote, Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
That's right. Well, witness? If your restaurant was really the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Oh la la! This is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
Damn.
The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
We... La victim, Monsieur Elg, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Mon Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. None, there was no time for a phony to do the acting.
Just so we're clear, there's no mirror in the restaurant after all.
Javoda Monday Bodon! Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly.
What do you have is just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong.
Well, time to go to jail.
I will decide on how to punish you later. And no, we're not going to use whips and chains. For now, we will hear the cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please.
He took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Was he alone at his table as well? My, oui, I saw him from la kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. Huh. Unfortunately for you, Wright. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking?
It's not coffee. It's love. It's love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden.
Well, it's true.
By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui, it comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip and nothing more. So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim.
It's like trying to say that you're having an affair and it's just for the one-time fling and it's a denial.
Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh, no! I cannot remember, monsieur.
Oh, horseshit.
I believe you were told by the witness yesterday.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10 p.m., no? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful.
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness testimony.
Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you. I am Brian Adams now.
Please don't. Please don't. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Ha 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 ha.
I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even having a song to himself.
I remember the old man arrived not long after him, just after 2 p.m. Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think really odd, I am sure it was just after 2, oui. It is the time I stopped serving the lunch menu.
Quite right. I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time.
Oh, God.
Ha 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 ha.
I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch.
And my Beastie Boys concert. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already.
God damn it.
Witness, get on with your testimony, please. I don't care about your lunch. Alright, well, we're gonna end it.
Get in my car.
Well, we're gonna end it here because we're hitting our time limit. But we will be back on Friday to continue this. And,
Yeah, the judge just needs to go eat his sandwich and listen to his Beastie Boys music in his car.
for the next 48 hours. Apparently, it's a very long lunch.
Oh, right in time for. Hold on.
All right, folks, don't forget to like and subscribe, and join our and hit that notification bell so you know that we are doing live streams. So Check that out. All right, we will catch you all on the flip side on Friday for Friday Night Phoenix. Until then, good